Hello, guys. I wanted to give you a quick convention list to just as you're double checking your paper for final formatting. Um, Now, usually this is not a huge consideration as far as your grade is concerned. I'm more concerned with the writing. But with that said, if you don't go through carefully and make sure your paper is, got the spelling and the grammar and stuff all fixed up, it shows maybe a little bit of a lack of concern, and sometimes that can overshadow the main message that you have to give. So this is a really important step for you guys to take. You watched the video, how to use Grammarly. I want to give you your checklist, and it is possible that I will add to it today, but I wanted to show you how to do a few things. So I have one of my papers here that I did. Um, okay, the first thing that you want to check is, do I have an MLA heading? Now, when I look here, I already set this up on your paper, so don't screw with the format, but you want to start with your first and last name. Then you want to put your teacher's name, so this is where you'd put my name. Then you want to put the name of the class, so you just put English 9, you could put the period. And then you want to put the due date, which is the 23rd of October. You do need to change that, okay? 2019. It needs to be structured this way. Don't do 10 hyphen October hyphen 2020. It needs to look like this, all right? Is my entire paper in Times New Roman? Okay, a quick way to do that, guys. Sorry, this is a really long paper. Okay. Highlight it all the way up. No, this is a completed paper, so mine's already done. Okay, that's enough. Okay, go over here, hit Times New Roman. Okay, you also, I think the next step asks, is it in 12-point font? So when it's highlighted, you can adjust it. Okay, I don't want it in 13, I want it in 12. Okay. Is the font the same color? Now, this is a problem that I see some from you guys sometimes when you copy and paste things in. Let's say that I copied and pasted this in and it happened to be a little bit off, okay? That is not uniform. I've noticed that and I fixed it as I've seen it in your guys' papers, but you do want to make sure that it is all the same deep black, okay? Okay, Dan, you got to scram. If I copied and pasted in a quote, did I fix the formatting so it matched my paper? Okay, so I found an example here. So let's say I'm looking at spiritualism, which I was earlier for one of my classes. Okay, notice when you copy and paste that in, it has this border around it. Okay, now I can go through and I can reformat this. Okay, or I can change it so it's Times New Roman, font size 12. Okay, but you notice that it still has that border. So how to get rid of that? You actually need to double click on this, go all the way down. Sorry, it's going to cut off on my screen, but there's a thing that says clear formatting right here. There it is. Okay, clear formatting. And it's not going to remain what it was before, but at least that border's gone. And this is an easy thing to go back through and just change it to what you need it to be. Okay? All right. Is my title centered? Okay. How we do this one? You notice here on Google Docs that there are these things. This is telling you where your margins are going to be. So you want to click on the center one. If I click on this, it'll move it to the right. If I click on this, it'll move it to the left. You want it centered. But on that same note, you don't want the rest of your paper to be that way. I see a lot of people whose paragraphs are all wonky because they don't do that. So if my next paragraph, if I hadn't have done that, it's going to look like this. All right? You want to make sure you click on that. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you indent all your paragraphs. Okay? Does my title do more than just give a topic or simply say research paper? Okay? This is something that, again, I've emphasized with you guys and I want to see. So my title for this particular paper was Marriage in Jude the Obscure. All right. That doesn't necessarily tell what the paper is about. It's a topic. So you want to do a colon, and I put mentorship, friendship, and Sue and Jude's experiment. So this is going to give, it doesn't say everything, but it will give more of an indication on what your topic is. Okay. So, I'm not looking for this to be, perfect, or you having you spend, half the day trying to figure this out, but just have a title that's more than just your topic or research paper. Okay. Did I move the rest of my paper to the left margin, which we just talked about? Is my entire paper double spaced? Okay. Here again is an important component and an easy thing to fix. The line spacing, if you click right here, notice it's at 1.5 or 1.15 single. I want it to be right there. All right. And it is all double spaced and ready to go there. Okay, have I removed the extra space between paragraphs? Now, I know some of this you guys purposefully do to try to lengthen your papers. I've seen people do like paragraphs like this, and I know many of you are probably guilty of that. I don't want to see that. Okay, this is too much. Okay, sometimes it might do that automatically, especially if you've copied in something. Okay, what you can do, hit custom spacing, and in this case sometimes it will say like 6 and 9 for instance, and that's what it would look like. Okay, and you can't fix it just by clicking around on it. So go to custom spacing, change this to 0. Okay, line spacing is 2, and then it will look like that, except you have to fix what I did. Okay. Have I removed? Okay. Have I made indentations in each of my paragraphs? Okay. You guys don't use the mouse for this. Okay, or don't use the space bar. Okay. How you want to do it is you want to hit tab. Okay. If you notice here, when I hit a return, it will sometimes do it automatically and sometimes it won't. But if you hit the tab button, that will give you the indent that you need. Okay. Let's see. Did I title my references Works Cited? Okay. This is important as well. I've already done this for you on your paper, but some people still take it out. Sorry, I should have chosen a shorter paper that I wrote. Okay. Works Cited. Okay. Another important component on this is you want it to be, I'll add this on. You want it to be on its own page, okay? So wherever this paper stops, it needs to start on the next one, okay? Did I put my 4 works cited or 4 or more? In a hanging paragraph. Now this one can be a little bit tricky, especially in Word or in Google Docs. Okay. I used to teach it wrong because I was never taught how to do it, but it worked. But the correct way to do this is when you go in, first of all, go through and highlight all, quiet guys, sorry, that's my kids, not you. Highlight all your works cited, and notice here also I don't have my annotated bibs with this. So highlight all your works cited. You want to go up to Format, okay, right here. Then you want to say Align and Indent, right there. And then you want to click the indent options. Okay. And then you want to do you want it to be hanging. Okay. I think that's the general one that you want it to be. And then you hit apply and it works. Okay. All right, you guys, that's kind of the main checklist that I have for you. I don't want to go too long, but I have included this as well if you want to just do a double check to make sure. I think Miss is mostly covering our content, but hopefully that helped, guys. I will be looking for this, so that will be a component in your score. Not like the end all be all. You're not going to fail if you don't do all these things perfect, but I would like you to be conscientious, and that's your objective for today aside from Grammarly. So, okay. Thanks, guys.